open letter to all Nigerians over the health condition of President Muhammadu Buhari. Dear Nigerians, I write this open letter to you to summon your attention over the health and condition of our able, erudite, and workaholic President Muhammadu Buhari. It's the word erudite for me. I believe that by now any educated citizen from Nigeria is fully aware that the president has jet out from his country for his seasonal medical checkup in the UK. Henceforth, it is high time for all of us to pray for his health condition so he can safely return home and continue fighting Boko Haram terrorists, kidnappers, and bandits that have been raining treacherous attacks on us. I know many will be condemning his visits abroad for his medical checkup, but you should not forget that the fact is that President Buhari is no longer younger but an aged man, and now he needs total care from exceptional doctors for his medical checkup. That is the reason why, if he's an aged man who is unable to be healthy, it is what it is. He should not be in that position. Come on now. I mean, isn't it cost effective for us to put someone there who's healthy? Again, it's a seasonal checkup, and so it is what it is. But again, the fact is, because you're old, don't you think that the kind of country that Nigeria is, it opens, the leeway for budgets to be set for health reasons when it's totally unnecessary, in my opinion. But let's see what the comment here says. So somebody says, may he, rest in peace there. And someone says, die by fire. Buhari deserves no prayer. Let him go and resign and rest. Honestly, I genuinely think that some articles are being put out just to rile up reactions. And of course, it is what it is. But from first reactions seeing this, I just genuinely thought this is sarcastic. This is a joke. But it turns out not to be. Someone here says, it's like you guys want to tell us about the truth that he's actually dead. Someone here says why he needs prayer is he sick internally and no let anyone knows. Okay, please. Someone here says sounds like this writer is mocking Buhari when referred to him as able, erudite, and workaholic. Honestly, if I'm Buhari, I'd be offended, very offended, because it is the exact opposite of what he truly is. Like, yeah, that is very, very true. Honestly, it was the word erudite for me. I'm like, erudite? Let's see what it means. Erudite basically means having or showing great knowledge or learning. There's still rumors and there's murky waters around his general certificate of education. I didn't say it. It wasn't me. Someone here says, does Buhari need prayer? Has he ever prayed for anybody before? Yeah. And it's the word workaholic for me. If he's working hard, he would react to his citizens. He would come and talk to the citizens and update them on what he's actually doing. You can't be saying you're working hard and only you think you're working hard and everyone else can't see it. Especially if you're serving a country. Someone here says, may God grant him good health. Those bandits, let them locate Buhari's family to know how far. But the fact is, it is what it is. It's sad. Do you know who I feel bad for? I feel bad for their children, because the amount of curses that would just be transferred to them. I mean, I think the generations and the lineage of these politicians is just silent. I don't even know what to say, because now people are, going in for their children, saying, you guys are enjoying all this, but then your father's doing this, So again, even thinking of how the first lady literally went to Dubai for like how many months and then came back, and I don't even know. Oh Lord, this country is strange. Nonsense writer of President and his government built a standard hospital, there wouldn't be any reason for him to travel out. It's a different thing. Even if there were good standard hospitals, I don't think Nigerians would be pressed about it though. It's just that why are you going to receive treatments abroad when your people in the country can't even receive basic treatment up to 20%? 20% is too much. Up to 1% of what you're going to get. And I think that's the issue. If there were actual good hospitals and Nigeria was good, I think there'd be more concern, because it's like, oh wow, because we have adequate facilities and all that, and yet he wants to travel out. Maybe the situation is worse than it actually is. And I guess Nigerians will be more patient and lenient and extend grace as to why he's doing that. Even though, yes, him going outside to go get treatment does not necessarily speak well of its home facilities, even if it was adequate. But then it's still a lot of money and a lot of taxes. So therefore, Nigerians have the right to ask, why are you going to the UK spending so much money that we're paying for when we ourselves are paying taxes and we're not seeing it? Yeah. I think one thing that would make a huge difference as a form of peaceful protest if Nigerians stop paying taxes, because that would literally fundamentally break down a lot of things, and then we would see where the funds are actually coming from. Of course, we know that they're putting the country into so much debt, but then we would actually see where the money is coming from, and would see how much foreign investment is actually, accounting for the funds of this country. It is what it is. Someone here says, who will pray for millions of Nigerians who cannot afford to pay hospital bill? Exactly. The fact that we don't have public hospitals that are good, the fact that people will go to hospitals and because they cannot put in a deposit, they die. For the fact that we live in a country where, because of electricity, people die in hospitals. I mean, in the UK, it's even weird. Like, it's strange to hear that the hospital has generators, but it makes sense that hospitals will have generators. But then it's like they rarely or barely ever use the generators because they use the electricity most of the time, without the generators, because the light is just provided. Yeah, it's sad. The whole country needs a lot of work, and we'd have to start from the beginning. It's sad because, again, it's like even in our corruption and in how underdeveloped we are, we're not even catching up to the rest of the world. It's so bad. Is it the Buhari that is dead, or which one? Open letter, my phone. all right. Someone here says, I pray for your speedy recovery to come back and continue your work. I mean, right now, well, not right now, but recently, Nigerians were in London going to go protest, especially in the Abuja house where Buhari was actually staying. And they actually called the police, but then obviously they're not Nigerians, so obviously the police actually had a conversation, especially with Reno Mokri, and they were continuing to protest. They were allowed to continue to protest. So again, it's the fact that we have the address and we can easily just walk past or directly but like know the exact place and know how the building looks like of where he's staying, with no huge gates or security or like convoy and people with guns and all that. It shows that, anytime he leaves the country, we have the liberty to exercise our actual freedom to protest peacefully. Put what you think about it in the comment section below, and do not forget to like and subscribe.